Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my friend, whatever time it is that you are watching. And I trust that you're on pace to finish this year strong. Today I want to be very brief as I want to share with you some questions that I personally ask myself during this time in order to be in the mind frame of generating a plan for growth for this next up and coming year. I was asked just recently, why are you so growth conscious? Are you ever satisfied? And the person that asked me that question, I looked them right in the eye and I said, no, I'm not. I'm striving for more. I'm pushing for more. You know why? Because I know that there's more to give. I know that there's more inside of me than what is being generated at this time. My friend, do you know that there's so much more inside of you? And that's why I want to come on today and I want to share with you just some things that I have personally walked through and that I use, and I ask myself some questions in order to generate this growth plan so that way next year will be better than this year. Next year will not be better just because I desire for it to be. Next year is only going to be better if I take some intentional steps of growth in order to better equip myself and give God more to work with. Well, you may ask, well, where do I start? And you know what? That is a valid question, and it's also a very good question. And this is where it is that I start. What I do is that I look at my year, and this is what I'm looking at. I've written down different things. And so I look at my year in my journal, and I look at all the wins that occurred this year. And I've written down my wins. I've made a list of my wins, and what it is that I've numbered them, number 1, number 2, and number 3. My top 3 wins that I have generated this year. Why? Because my top 3 wins is a good place for me to start, because that's where I have the most momentum. I would encourage you that if you're looking for a place to start, look at where it is that you won. What are your victories? What do your victories look like? Maybe you might say, but this was an odd year and I didn't generate 3 victories. Well, did you get at least 1 victory? Make a list of your wins and categorize them from 1, 2, and 3. And start there. Start working with the momentum concerning those victories. Then the second thing that I do is that I identify the changes. I go right here and I identify the changes, and I've written them down, and I've asked myself this question. Aaron, if there's one thing that you were to change, I look at myself and I ask myself, if there's one thing that I could change or that I would change that would make the greatest impact, what would that be? What I've done is that I've written those things down here. It's that one change that is going to make the greatest impact. And I didn't just write that one change, but I wrote why I believe that it would make the greatest impact. And not only why I believe it, but how I can execute that change. So the second question that I identify is the change. What change can I make that will make the greatest impact concerning my growth? Maybe the change that you can make that will generate the greatest impact is that, and I'm going to say something, I hope it doesn't offend you, is that instead of sleeping to 7 a.m., maybe you can get up at 5 a.m. I'm not trying to meddle in anybody's business, but I know on many occasions as I coach leaders, as I train leaders, one of the things that is said so often is, I just do not have enough time, or I wish that I had more time. You know, God has loved us so much in this awkward year that we're living in that this is actually leap year, and He has given us an additional day to make those necessary changes, because that necessary change could generate the biggest impact and get us in a place, or get you in a place to where you will be thrusted into your new year. I write down that change that if I take that change, make that change, it's going to create the biggest impact. And I identify why I believe that it will make the biggest impact. I turn the page and I ask myself, here's question number 3. What are the 3 things that are blocking you, Aaron, from achieving your desired results? What are the 3 things? And so I'm asking you this, my friend. What are 3 things? And maybe there aren't 3. Maybe there's 1. Or maybe there's 5. Or more than 5. What are those things, or what is that thing that is blocking you from achieving your desired result? See, your desired result is different than my desired result. But there's still something that is blocking you. There are some things that are blocking me from achieving those desired results. And I've written those 3 things down. They're right here. You know, because if you want to get results that you've never obtained, that you've never got, you are going to have to do something that you have never done. And maybe that thing that you might need to do in order to get the results that you truly desire to get in this coming year, maybe what it is that you might need to do is that you may need to partner with someone. Partner with a coach. You see, my friend, if you want to get results that you have never got in a shorter amount of time, and if you want to feel fulfilled in every area of your life, I want to invite you to go to the website that's right there on your screen and book a free success strategy session. In that strategy session, I want to hear what your desires are. I want to hear what it is that you want to achieve this year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you an action plan to help you get where it is that you truly desire to go. And if you want ongoing coaching and ongoing accountability and support, we will make that available to you as well. The first session for 45 minutes is absolutely free. So I encourage you to take a step right now and go to the link right there. The information is right there on your screen. And get prepared for this coming year to be more fruitful, to be stronger, and that you will receive better results than you ever have before.